I'm not a child prodigy. I'm not a rag to riches story. My story is of a common man.
Okay.
Invest what you can afford to lose.
Interesting.
We had COVID, we had Russia-Ukraine crisis. We that these events happen once in a decade. But nowadays we are seeing it every year.
Yeah.
The decision making still is with you. A simple message I would like to give.
Hello and welcome to the Dreamcatchers Show Season 2, where we capture inspiring stories one dream at a time. Hosted by yours truly, Shalima Motial. Powered by the Resilient Investor. Associate sponsor, Ritika, your health coach. Restaurant partners, Olivia Bar and Restaurant, Noah and Cake. Knowledge partners, Global Indian International School. Supported by JQ Yachts. Media partner, Crazy Talk. Hair and makeup by Chandni Sahu. And as promised that we will keep bringing inspiring personalities to our show, today with us we have someone who is very, very relevant, especially in this day and age of the turmoil that's going on in the financial industry. And you know because of who, right? We have Mandar Padhye, who's authored the book called The Resilient Investor, penned by Pallavi Gore. I will tell you what he says about this book. He says this book is a testament to the transformative power of human relationships in the ever-evolving financial landscape. At its core, this book shows that success is not solely measured by achievements, but by the resilience and determination to overcome adversity. And I think this time, a lot of people in the world are feeling very unsafe and insecure when it comes to the finances because of all the tariff war going on. We are in 2025, people. So let's hear what this gentleman has to tell us about finances. Please help me welcome Mandar Padhye. Hello and welcome.
Hi Shalima, thanks for hosting me on this show.
Of course, we are so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's start straight from your book, right? The Resilient Investor. So what inspired you to write it and what do you want the readers to take away from it?
So Resilient Investor, I launched it last year. This was my 50th birthday last year.
Okay,
so I
happy
celebrated
birthday.
his 50th birthday. Yeah, I look young.
Absolutely.
So the story behind writing this book, or the intention behind writing this book, was I wanted to pen down my journey. So as we know, I come from India, and this book talks about my story from India to Singapore.
Okay.
And the ups and the downs. So one of the things why I wrote this book, or was penned by Pallavi Gore, was I'm not a child prodigy. I'm not a rag to riches story. My story is of a common man.
Okay.
And every family, every human being, we have our stories, right?
Absolutely.
But none of us pen it down. Very differentiated stories we have, right? Who is going to read them? But my story talks about my journey, my ups and downs, and the impact I had with a lot of families, communities. That's the reason behind it. So it's my legacy.
Okay.
I'm trying to help with this book, reach out to people who may be inspired by my book. Because this is a story of a common man
Okay.
trying to achieve uncommon dreams in his own way.
And which you have achieved. And
Thank you.
you've helped so many other people achieve it as well.
Yes.
Wonderful. So in your book, how do you define resilience in the context of investing? And why is it critical for long-term wealth building?
So resilience shows that we can't control a situation. What you can control is yourself.
Right.
So there will be ups and downs when you invest. Okay. So I had my ups and downs in my life, But rather than reacting to it or trying to work around it, what I did was, first thing first is you need to accept what is happening around you. The acceptance is the first thing you need to acknowledge.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And then see what you can do to overcome that obstacle.
Right.
Right? So resilience doesn't just mean in investment. Resilience, when I wrote this book, it means in your life. Resilience in everything you do. Right? So as I said, a simple thing, what you can change is only with you.
Right. Right. So you can't change the circumstances.
Absolutely.
That's well said. So can you share some strategies from the book on how investors can prepare for unexpected market downturns or economic volatility, especially now when the whole world is facing the brunt of it?
So before I answer this question, there's one caveat which I would like to say. This is not any financial advice.
Okay.
What we are talking is purely on my experiences.
Absolutely.
So I think the most important thing is people react to a lot of short-term goals or short timings. Okay, and people react to different situations in the market. My way of investments is think about your long-term financial goals. Right? Ups and downs are going to happen. This is what is happening in the market. Please expect this to happen. And it will come year after year. The reasons can be different. We already have seen COVID, right? So all these things will come and go. The best thing is we all will survive.
Oh, that's nice. That's a very optimistic way of looking at things.
Absolutely.
Right.
And the best way to handle such kind of situation is patience and timing. No. So time in the market, yes.
Okay.
That is the beautiful way to explain the situation. So basically stay invested.
Okay. So don't pull out because the market is going down.
No way.
Okay.
So I think
Okay.
look at your financial goals. Look at the time, the horizon. Plan your strategies accordingly.
Okay.
Invest what you can afford to lose.
Okay.
Invest what is not supposed to be having any commitments in the near term.
Right. Okay.
Because of these strategies, whether the markets are up and down, you still will have some gunpowder to invest when the times are right. But I think the most important thing is stay disciplined.
Right. And the holding power. That
The
I don't
holding
need
power.
this amount of money for the next 5 years. So once someone leaves who's supposed to leave in 4 years, things will probably look up.
Absolutely.
Right?
And one
Okay.
of the examples actually I've shared in my book, which actually says how two different investors investing at the same time, but one pulling because of the fear in the market, whereas the other one continuing invested and making better gains.
Right. So stay put.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of the common mistakes investors make when trying to grow their wealth? And how can they avoid them other than the timing aspect that you just shared?
I think most of them react to the market noises, I would say. My way to tell my audience is shut out the noises.
And the noises are coming from news channels, right?
News channels, social media nowadays. And if you just click a button, you'll get every single information, right or wrong, we don't know.
Right.
But there's information flowing all around us.
So everybody is trying to be a guru without having the knowledge sometimes. So in an era of AI and digital transformation, how do you see technology reshaping investment strategies and wealth management?
See, AI will definitely have a bigger impact in everyone's life. So how to use it is important,
Right.
right? End of the day, our business or what we can say, financial goals, or we are working with human beings. Okay? We are all social elements. We are all emotional elements,
Absolutely.
right? So AI and all these things can help us. But I think the decision making still is with you. We are dealing with emotions. Think about retirement. The AI can give you a plan, but end of the day, it's you. How do I connect to my audience? How do I connect to my clients? This is the most important thing, which a AI may not understand. The interpersonal relationships.
Right.
And that's what I have written in my book about interpersonal relationships and how we build relationships over a period of time.
Right.
So even with AI, with robots, we will still be in job.
That's very good to hear. That's nice. Okay. So your book emphasizes on long-term thinking, right? How can investors balance short-term needs and long-term investments? There has to be a balance. Everybody can't just pull out that sum of money and say, okay, forget about it. There are short-term needs, college needs, somebody's getting married, you need to pull out. So how do you balance the two?
So when we discuss with our clients, we make sure we document his needs right at the start.
Okay.
What is needed for the short terms, personally, I say, please don't invest.
Okay.
Because the markets are crazy.
Right.
They will stay volatile. Uncertainty is a certainty today.
Right.
So what you require, please, in short term, please don't invest. This is how a simple message I would like to give.
And that's how you balance it.
That's how you balance, because you need this savings. Just imagine you have a commitment coming in 1 year time or 2 years time.
Right.
We don't have a crystal ball. And imagine you lose a portion of it because of the market volatility. You can't fulfill your financial goals which are in short term. In long term, we can manage, we can balance off, right? We can take some strategies, but short term, very difficult. And the markets are super erratic.
Interesting. So, Mandar, tell me something. When we talk about financial freedom, I'm sure it means different things to different people. But when I'm thinking about myself is when I have passive income coming in so that I don't have to work. If I want to work, I should carry on, right? So in my head, that's financial freedom. How do you define it?
So financial freedom is different for different people.
Right.
The way financial freedom for me is, this is a time where you can do things wherein there is no boss. You don't need a stable income or active income. Time is in your control.
Beautiful.
So for me, at 40, I was financially free.
Oh,
No bosses. Time, I was deciding what I want to do
and when do you want to do it?
and when I wanted to.
Right.
So financial freedom is a time where most of us forget. We are all running after the monetary things. But there are a lot of things, as I said, invest in yourself. Things will follow automatically.
Right, right.
So financial freedom is that for me. Definitely, you need to have a passive income. And that's where people like us help you to build that.
Right. So when you say people like us, do people like you believe in property as a good investment or do you differ?
Property is definitely one of important asset classes. In fact, there's one story which we have written in my book, and this is experience or this is a live case study which we have done. So property, to own it, to consume it, and property as investment, all these three things are different.
Okay.
Okay. Property to stay and occupy, best. This is one of the best investments you can make. That's because you spend most of your life in your own property, right? On your house. But as an investment, think about it, because as we age, my belief is you need to be asset poor and liquidity rich.
Interesting. So if I want cash tomorrow, I'm not able to sell that property so fast. But if I have liquidity, then it's much easier, right?
You're a smart learner.
Yeah, I am. Thank you so much. Yes, right. And so is there an age to that as well, that, oh, when you're younger, you can invest in properties, but when you're older, you shouldn't, or you don't believe in properties?
It's not that. It's a very strong statement you're putting. I'm not saying that. But it depends. It depends.
Right.
The younger you are, it's okay. Definitely, we all will have a property as an asset for us. But as I said, what's the purpose?
Okay.
Right? Because you can be at 65 and you don't have a home of yours and you want to buy something for you. Good, go for it. But you have a home, you are now reaching 50 plus, and now you want a property as an investment class, think about it.
Right.
Think about the pros and cons. If the pros are better, go for it. If the cons are,
Then there are so many other ways that Mandar can help you invest.
definitely.
Wonderful. Okay. Mandar, now, what was the most challenging investment decision you had to make? And how did you maneuver around it? Were you instant success? Did you go through ups and downs? So take us through that journey.
So I think when I started my first investment, this was the era of financial crisis. So I did my master's in 2008, 2009, and straight went into investing. Okay. And if you recollect, those were the days of financial crisis.
Yes.
Right. So the sky was falling. Right. I mentioned in my book, I didn't have any mentor in this field. So I come from a engineering background, I come from an IT background, and then I did my finance, and then I started investments on my own. So it was my personal money with no mentor, didn't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I was trading in and out of the market.
Just experimenting on your own.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just imagine if I had hold those positions or I had stayed input. Today, I think I would have had a different personal net worth.
Oh, okay.
So I see that was a challenging thing. But I'm fair. This is a learning process. And during the challenges also, I think patience was something which I learned over a period of time. Staying calm, staying patient.
You didn't panic?
I never panicked.
Okay.
In fact, that helped me during the COVID period when the markets were down considerably. And this was like unprecedented, so I think that helped me to stay calm, stay patient. It also helps me in managing my audiences or my clients.
Because you personally invested, you've gone through the ups and downs.
I've gone through this ups and downs.
Right.
See, markets will always consolidate upwards. What you see is a reaction to the market of the future. Markets are always futuristic. So if there is a volatility, which means the market is not liking what is happening today, and they will react to it.
And fix it.
Market will always consolidate themselves, So they will again work on itself, and I think they will come on its own.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what advice would you give to the younger generations, the millennials, the Gen Z, who are inheriting wealth but have different investing priorities?
I think what I'm seeing, I'm talking a lot with this generation, the younger generation. To be fair, they're all millennials. They're all born millennials, most of them, because the parents have created wealth for them. So they won't need to work for the basic necessities. Right. It's all created for them. I think the most important advice for them is to understand the value of money.
Right.
That's most important. Secondly, I think the social media is influencing this generation a lot.
So the
right or
lifestyle
wrong,
that they
we
live.
don't know.
Right.
We are nobody to comment on it. Actually, the platform is set for them. They can do wonders if they go with the proper advice, is what I may say.
Like increase the inheritance, grow the wealth instead of probably going for branded stuff.
I may not say that.
Okay.
I may beg to differ that.
Okay, sure.
They should go for things, but they should know the value. The important thing is they need to know the value, just not the cost.
And how does one know the value if you haven't worked hard for it?
Parenting is most important. I think the values parents can bring in. So most of the times we spoil our kids. I have a daughter, she's a teenager. And one thing she told me one day, and this was just out of nowhere, she said, "Papa, the way you have brought me, I'm not a spoiled kid."
So sweet.
And I was shocked when she said that. And this is no exaggeration in the statement.
Nice. She realizes herself, I'm not spoiled. Okay, that's good. That's cute. Okay. How does the resilient investor address the importance of aligning investments with personal values, which you just told us, such as ESG or sustainability focused portfolios?
So there are a lot of funds which we invest in, and they are basically all this compliant, ESG compliant or sustainable compliant. So we do understand the importance of this, and we align their portfolios accordingly. There are a lot of funds who follow this compliant.
And what role does tax planning play in resilient investing? And what strategies do you recommend to optimize that?
So the next thing which always I say, certain to death, is taxes.
Okay.
You can't run away with it without
True.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you can do is better plan them. There is a difference in planning, structuring. So the way we plan or the way we work with our clients is a proper structuring of their assets.
Okay.
And then helping the estate ring fence appropriately.
Right.
So this will depend basically case to case basis. It's not a generic answer, but we work with a lot of clients to make sure their assets are ring fenced appropriately.
Right. Okay. So, as someone who has written extensively on resilience and investing, I'm sure you faced your own challenges. Could you exactly share one personal story in recent times, not when you started out, in recent times, that you invested, it went up, down, whatever it is, but it's a personal story and close to your heart?
See, last 5 years were challenging.
Okay.
We had COVID. These things come and go. Nowadays, we used to say that these events happen once in a decade. But nowadays, we are seeing it every year.
Yeah.
And these last 5 years, I would say, were the toughest times to be investing in the markets. So, as I always say, stay calm, stay disciplined, invest what is surplus. Please don't invest, keep your emergency funds, keep them aside.
Right.
Whatever is outside your emergency funds, yes, you can definitely invest, but don't go all in.
But tell me something, if somebody has thought of long term, invested that money thinking, okay, 10 years later, when I retire, I will use this money. And that 10 years happens to fall in the time when COVID hit. Where does that person go? Because in his head, he planned well, okay, I don't need it now, I need it 10 years later. And when he actually needs it, it's not there. Then what happens?
So the most important thing here, Shalima, is we don't invest everything into market-related investments, which means if I know that this person is going to retire after, let's say, 65. So our strategy is simple, A, B, C, D.
Okay.
So which means when you have an income, when you have, let's say, an investment horizon of 10 to 15 years, in the initial phase, it will be aggressive. B is balanced. C is conservative. D is defensive. So the portfolio changes a lot in this 10 to 15 years of horizon. So when the client is in the retirement phase, will be mostly defensive.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Definitely.
Wow.
So this is how we manage the risk. There's always the risk management. As I said, we can't control the markets.
Yeah.
Right? What we can do is in your controls.
Which is risk management.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So what is the difference between a aggressive and a defensive portfolio for someone who's not from a finance background, for them to understand?
So aggressive can be market link or non-guaranteed. A defensive can be a guaranteed option.
So government bonds?
I may not suggest any products into this because that's a wrong way to do it, but guaranteed options.
Guaranteed options. Okay, right. So Mandar, I was thinking, there are a lot of people I know in Singapore, they want to call it their home. However, they haven't invested in either funds or property or anything, and they have it all back in India. And mutual funds and all of those investments are back in India. So you think you can help someone like that to then feel comfortable and settled in Singapore?
That's what I do.
Oh, lovely.
And people can come and reach out to me. But a very simple advice which I can give you here in the show is always remember your income, your savings, and your investments. It should be in same currency.
Right.
You're done for it.
So if you're living in Singapore, you should have it all in Singapore dollars.
Your savings should be in Sing dollars.
Right.
Your expenses should be in Sing dollars. So exactly that's where we try to help clients or help our audience who are listening to this. Make sure everything is in same currency.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Also because of the foreign exchange rate that keeps changing, right?
So these are live. We have faced this. Okay. Just imagine. I came in 2004.
Okay.
SGD to INR was 24.
Yeah.
25 there.
Right.
Today it's 65.
Yeah.
So we have lost almost double the value of rupee.
True that. Yeah.
And that is your answer.
Absolutely. So, telling each one of you, requesting each one of you, if you're feeling stuck somewhere, don't know where to invest, you want to settle in Singapore, you don't know how to handle your finances or your property, you know who to reach out to. Mandar Padhye right here. He has written a book. It takes a lot of courage to write something like The Resilient Investor. It's very authentic. He has written it because it's come from his own personal experience, from his own life, and that's honest. So what was the best investment decision you ever made, and could you share the factors that contributed to its success and lessons that the investors can learn from your personal experience?
So I'll give a very different answer to this question.
Okay.
So when people say on investments, we always think in the financial world. People forget about person.
Oh, interesting.
So I think the best investment decision I made was investing in self.
Beautiful. And we are going to come to that in a bit. But can you share financial investment? Did you do that or?
Yes, definitely in financial investments also we have done a
Okay.
lot. Like as I said, I invested my own money and had a lot of lessons from it.
Okay.
So we invested our personally investments into different asset classes,
Okay.
which helped me to build a certain pattern for investments. It's whatever today I talked with my clients is I have built over a period of time. It's an experience. It is different, I may say, timing in the markets, which means we have gone through different, crises. We have seen ups and downs. So how do I come out as a resilience? The resilient word comes in from there, right? Because
Right.
as I said, markets will go up and down. But how do you stay resilient throughout this? So turning the tide, you can't do that. You just ride the tide. That's what I
Right.
did.
And I think people get confidence when they know that you are invested in it yourself.
Correct.
So it's not like you're playing or investing their money. You have done that for yourself and are resilient through it, are successful through it, and that's what makes you sit here on our couch,
Thank
right? So I was also very intrigued when I was researching about your background. You're an engineer, and then you maneuvered your way into finance, and that wasn't like in college times. It was much later, right?
Absolutely.
So what prompted you to make that switch and change, and how easy or difficult was that?
So back in India, I did my engineering. After that, I did some IT courses. I have done programming also,
Okay.
but my best program was Hello World.
Okay.
My logic was good, but that was not something which was my liking. I love to talk to people. So sitting in one room coding and programming, that was not me. That was
Okay.
against my nature, is what I thought.
Right.
So I went into people-oriented business. So I was always in sales. So learning from engineering to my IT days, I moved into corporate in IT sector. So I worked with the likes of IBM, Microsoft, okay. And having this experience, when I moved to Singapore, I got an opportunity to do finance,
Okay.
okay.
And that was by chance.
Yes, you may say that by chance,
Okay.
because this is a financial capital of Asia, right? And here I would say be in the area which is booming, right? So I loved finance. I started natural affinity towards finance. So that made me do a financial course here. So I did Masters in Finance, Executive Masters in Finance
Oh,
from
lovely.
City University of New York.
Okay.
And then I started investing on myself. And then I was interviewed in a magazine for NRIs called India Say.
Of course.
And that changed the whole story for me.
Okay, interesting. And then there was no looking back. Once you were in this,
Yes.
and then you even authored the book called The Resilient Investor, where you shared all your details.
Yes.
That's-
The book is absolutely unfiltered,
Right, right. It's raw.
It's raw.
Yeah.
And
okay.
we wanted it raw.
Right,
We have not tweaked anything anywhere.
right.
My experiences, my journey from India to Singapore, some of my experiences which I have faced in my life, the good, the bad, everything as it is, no makeup, no
Right,
nothing.
right.
I get this message when they read the book. This is my story. And I'm happy because when they read, they see themselves in my book
Nice.
and they feel this is their story.
They're capturing stories that people have shown courage and they have changed their career path midlife, right? And that's so inspiring because sometimes people live their entire life in a job they are not passionate about, not trying out a path they are so interested in, like you did, from being an engineer into sales and then the finance side, which is absolutely different. So this is also about telling you, you can do it. If Mandar can do it, if the other guests that we've shared success stories of can do it, you can do it as well. That's how the Dreamcatchers show works. We are bringing these kind of stories to our audience so they feel inspired that if they can do it, so can I.
Absolutely.
And that's how we are capturing inspiring stories one dream at a time. And where can people buy that?
It's not for an open buy. Right
Okay.
now, I'm just giving it to friends and people who would request a copy,
Okay.
though it's available on Amazon only for India.
Oh, it is
So
available
that's
on
been
Amazon.
done by my publisher.
Oh, interesting. That's fantastic. So, Mandar, any final words that you want to look directly at the viewer watching right now and give any kind of advice, like invest in yourself was a brilliant advice. And I totally believe in that we got to keep learning till our last breath. Any personal, financial, social, any advice that you want to give to the viewer watching?
I think life is beautiful, though resources are finite. Okay? So make right use of it. Invest in yourself. That's my advice.
Lovely. Thank you so much for your time. We really learnt a lot and you distilled it very beautifully for someone who's not from finance background. Even I was interested in what you had to say and understood it very clearly. And I read the book as well. So any of you who want to read the book, you can reach out to us at Dreamcatchers. Please stay tuned for more inspiring stories like this. And don't forget to subscribe to Dreamcatchers YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We are also on Apple iTunes and Spotify. So if you don't want to watch, you can hear. Keep following us. Stay inspired. Stay blessed. Signing off. Thank you so much.
So
Elaborate. Yeah, I didn't understand that.
yeah, it's a very unfiltered version of. It's very absolutely unfiltered.
Oh, you're carrying on. I thought,
Okay.
sorry. Okay. So what did
by.
I say?
That's fine. Whatever you say.
Okay.
Whatever you said, just say, but just go and
Gore.
go.
Gore.